Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today's Foundation 411 video is all about the relatively new Tom Ford Flawless Glow Foundation. This was the first foundation under the Soleil Blanc franchise, so you'll notice right away that the packaging is white and gold, as opposed to their signature mahogany. This is the foundation that I'm wearing on my skin today, and it has quickly become one of my favorite foundations for summer. So in today's video, I'll explain why, I'll tell you everything you could possibly need to know, so let's go ahead and jump right in with the rundown. As I mentioned before, the bottle itself really sets this foundation apart from the other Tom Ford options. So you have the white and gold top, gold lettering, glass bottle, and then it has a dropper on top which distributes the product. And I find it to be incredibly easy to use. The dropper works perfectly every single time. It looks very similar in design to the Glow Drops, which came out, I believe, a year ago. I have these in both shades. I love, love, love this liquid illuminator. But my one complaint about this product was that the dropper didn't always work. It never became a problem. I still love and use this product, and it's very easy to get the liquid illuminator out of the bottle. But it's just a little bit too thick, so the dropper doesn't really work in this case. With the foundation, however, the dropper works seamlessly because this foundation has more of a gel serum texture and a glowy satin finish. It has a sheer to medium coverage, but it is buildable. It blends easily. It's an anti-pollution formula, oil-free, alcohol-free. It contains watermelon, lychee seed, and apple extract, which is going to hydrate and protect the skin. This foundation is available in 24 different shades with several different undertones to choose from, and it has SPF 30. The Flawless Glow Foundation retails for $87, so it's right on par with every other Tom Ford foundation, and it's going to be best suited for anyone who is willing to pay $87 for foundation, but really anybody with dry skin. If you're out in the sun a lot, if you swim a lot over the summertime, this would be perfect for you. If you just want something very lightweight, you like a no makeup look, this would be a beautiful foundation. I understand that $87 is pricey, but when you compare this with other luxury brand skincare foundations, it's actually on the lower end of the price spectrum. When you think about Sublimage Le Tint at $135, the Caviar from La Prairie is $250, $225, somewhere around that range. So $87 is not so bad when you think about everything that you're getting in this formula. It's really going to be up to you to decide what is more important to you. If you want something that is lightweight, has a little SPF, but you're not so concerned with skincare, you could find something less expensive, even from a luxury brand, that would probably give you the same look. But if you're looking for skincare, if you want the antioxidants, the added benefits, the SPF 30, the serum in your foundation, this is actually your best option from a luxury brand. Before I ever tried this foundation on my skin, I had read that it was sheer to medium coverage, and that word sheer really threw me. I had zero expectations. I didn't really think I was going to love it. I thought I might like it, but not really be blown away by it, but that has not been the case whatsoever. So the way I like to apply this foundation is with my fingertips. If you use a beauty blender, any sort of beauty sponge, even a natural hairbrush or a synthetic hairbrush, it's going to steal a little bit of the product and it's going to wipe away and take away some of that coverage. So in order to get the most coverage possible out of this lightweight formula, it's best to go in with your fingers. So I'll just apply a few dots around my face and then just swipe across my skin. You'll see that I'm not going in and, with all of my fingers kind of crazy like I'm applying moisturizer. I just kind of brush lightly across, smoothing the product across my skin. That way I get as much coverage as possible, but it still remains very light. Because it is truly a buildable formula, I'll start with only a few drops and then add more as I go. And this is where the dropper really comes in handy because you don't have to pump a full pump of foundation on your hand. You can add just a teeny tiny bit and build very slowly over time. If there's an area on my face that I really want to build up some coverage, perhaps I have a blemish or I'm trying to cover some sort of skin situation, I'll go in with my synthetic brush and I'll stipple a little bit more product. My honest first impression of this foundation was surprise, but it took me a full day of wearing it to truly form a really strong opinion. Because as I mentioned earlier, I didn't have high expectations. I didn't think I would really like it that much. But when I wore this foundation to work and I heard from a lot of my colleagues and fellow makeup enthusiasts, we got to talking about the formulas, and I had received nothing but really great feedback. And I've been trying a lot of different formulas, not necessarily new foundations, new launches, but trying different things, kind of expanding my horizons, if you will. And this has really been a standout, and it was something that other people pointed out to me that they loved and was a favorite of theirs. So it's always kind of nice to hear feedback from other people, because when we look in the mirror and the way we see ourselves is one thing, but somebody who sees you every day, they see all of the different foundations that you wear. For them to say, "This looks amazing, oh my goodness, what do you have on your skin?" Then you really know, okay, there's something different that really sets this foundation apart from everything else. There really are so many pros with this foundation. It's oil-free, it's alcohol-free, SPF 30, it has skincare benefits, it's very natural, lightweight, it's going to leave you with a healthy, dewy glow to your skin. My one frustration, and I would say the one con, is that finding the right shade can be a little bit tricky. There are 24 shades available and they come in a wide variety of undertones. So it should be somewhat easy, but I think you have a lot of really light shades and then not as many dark shades. The medium range right there in the center is where it gets very difficult. So I would recommend, if you can, try a sample, go to a Tom Ford counter, see if you can get matched by a Tom Ford specialist, because if you are using another Tom Ford foundation, it might not be the exact color in this formula, if that makes sense. So they don't always cross-reference each other perfectly. And it does oxidize a little bit because it is a thinner formula. It's a little bit, I don't want to say watery because it's really like a gel serum, but because it's runny, it's more liquid. When it dries down, it hits oxygen and it dries, it's going to get a little bit darker. That's the case with any foundation, but sometimes if it's more of a thick cream, you won't see that change in color as much. But this is going from very thin liquid to dried down on the skin. So you're gonna want to not only swatch it on your hand, try a little bit on your face, and make sure that when it's dry and after it's had a minute or two outside in the oxygen, that the color is still a good match. The one complication, that's the only bad thing I can say, and once you find a great color match, you're good to go. I think I got really lucky because I was swatching a couple different shades and I really had no idea. I was very lost. I thought, most of the time I can guess and pretty much nail it on the nose what shade I'm going to be in any foundation, regardless of the brand or if I've ever used it before. But with this one, I had no idea. So I just took a shot in the dark and it worked out pretty beautifully. This is the shade 6 Natural. Yes, shade number 6 Natural. This works really nicely for me. It's not too light, it's not super dark. So if I'm sunless tanning, it may actually be a little bit too light. And when my sunless tan is completely taken off, it's probably gonna be a little bit too dark. So it's kind of right there in the middle for me. I've been really happy with it, but I think the formula is what makes it so beautiful. So overall, I absolutely love this foundation. For me, it is going to be the foundation of the summer because I love that it has a little bit higher SPF, but it's oil-free and feels really light. So I can wear this in the heat and the humidity in Miami and not feel like I have a heavy, full face of cake all over my skin. This is just a really beautiful lightweight formula. And that completes today's review of the Tom Ford Flawless Glow Foundation. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found it helpful and enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me any of your comments or your questions down below. I love hearing from you guys, so let me know if you've tried this foundation, what your thoughts were, if there's maybe a different formula that you're loving for summer. Drop me a comment so we can keep the conversation going there. As always, I will be linking all of the makeup products that I used today on my face down in the description box for your convenience. I often get a lot of comments and questions about the jewelry I'm wearing, so I just wanted to let you guys know that today the necklace and earrings that I have on are from Ana Luisa Jewelry. I know I've mentioned the brand before on my channel. I love their pieces. They're very dainty and elegant, very sophisticated, and I love that you can stack and mix and match. I think it's really pretty for summer, and especially like any trips or gifts that you may have. It's perfect. I do have a discount code that's still active, so I will leave all of the information down below in the description box in case you're interested. And of course, for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.